we're here with Shinohara, co-producer on Dead Rising 2 and Dead Rising Case Zero. In fact, we're going to take a look at Dead Rising Case Zero first. Thanks for joining us, Shin. How's it going?
Good, good.
It's good?
Very busy.
All right, well, let's just jump straight into the game. Tell us about Dead Rising Case Zero and where does it come between Dead Rising 1 and Dead Rising 2?
Okay, well, Dead Rising Case Zero, Dead Rising 2 Case Zero is like a prequel to Dead Rising 2, the main game, exclusive to Xbox 360. And you sort of, with the main character Chuck, is on his way to Fortune City, and on the way there's this desert town. And that's where he stumbles across this desert town, and there's a zombie outbreak there as well. And that is your starting point that'll help you go into the main game a little bit smoother.
So it's going to introduce us to Chuck.
Yes.
And set up the Dead Rising 2.
Yeah, the
which
world.
takes place but sometime after Case Zero, is that right?
You mean Dead Rising 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dead Rising 2 takes after Case Zero.
Okay. So how similar are the two games?
Well, the game mechanics are the same, basically. So it's sort of like a trial version of the main game. So if you're wondering whether Dead Rising 2 is the right game for you, well, you can try this out on Xbox Live, and you'll get a sense of how the game plays, and how the weapon combination works, just in general how the main game will feel like.
So it's going to be quite a short experience.
Yeah, I wouldn't say short, but it's like about 2 hours if you're really good and can make it through the game. But there's a lot of replayability, so you can play this game over and over.
Okay, it's kind of an extended demo. Is it going to come? What kind of price is it going to come in at?
Excuse me?
What kind of price? Is it going to be a full price game, or are we going to pay less for it because it's just a little sample of Dead Rising 2?
We haven't really announced the price yet, but
Okay.
it's going to be very accessible for a lot of people. So I think we try to go for like a third away kind of price point.
Okay, great. All right, well, we've got some of the action on screen at the moment. Tell us what we're looking at. What's going on here?
Well, that's Chuck, your main character. He's all bloody now. He's got a chainsaw. As you can see, he's getting, as he kills the zombies, you get PP. He's only getting about 10 PPs. PPs are prestige points. But if you do a weapon combination with that chainsaw and something else, and you go kill a zombie, then you'll get more PP. The more PP you have, you can level up and gain earn skills. So
What kind of skills?
like speeding up, or your inventory slot increases.
Okay, and those are like custom created weapons. They're kind of a big deal. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about those.
Okay, combo weapons are, well, there's a lot of weapons, items in the world that you can use, and not everything is, you can't combine. There's certain items that you can combine, and you have to find out what they are. Items that you can combine have a wrench icon next to it, like that one, that box of nails have wrench icon. So you know that can be combined with something else. So if you have the right combination, you can create more deadly weapons, and gain more PPs. Some items are not weapons. Some are just health items. One of the items that you can get in Case Zero is
Okay, what's this? Scratch
scratch
card acquired?
A scratch card is hints. That one's not an official card, but there are hints in the world, like billboards. You can get it from like survivors, or but once you get a real scratch card, the combination, the weapons that you make last longer and have more effectiveness than a generic scratch card.
Okay.
Scratch cards you gain scratch cards by combining two items, but you don't know if it works. And you combine them, and miraculously, it turns into a weapon. Then you get a scratch card. But there's more scratch cards in the world. So if you find them, it'll replace your scratch card with a better one.
All right. As I understand it, you've got a new engine from Dead Rising 1 to Dead Rising 2 and Case Zero. You've got a new engine, so it means what? Lots more zombies on screen?
Yes, the original Dead Rising was done with completely Japanese staff at Capcom. The sequel, Dead Rising 2, is outsourced or developed by an external developer called Blue Castle Games, and they had the technology to show a lot of zombies, and that was the main reason that we chose them. So, in first Dead Rising, we could only show about 500 zombies on one screen, but this time we can basically show 7,000 zombies if we wanted to, filling up the whole screen, but that'll ruin up gameplay. So anywhere from 500 to 1,000, 2,000 is probably the right,
When are you ever going to get 2,000 zombies on screen? How's that going to happen?
The closest that you'll see a lot of zombies on screen at one time is the multiplayer game, Terrorist Reality, where it's just a zombie killing spree, where tons of zombies are spawned or placed into the game, where you just hack and slash.
Of course. That's the multiplayer, that's a big deal for Dead Rising 2.
Yep.
Is there any kind of multiplayer or anything like that in Case Zero, or is it a single player experience?
For Case Zero, it's single play only.
All right, and plot-wise, we know we've got Chuck. We're being introduced to Chuck for the first time, and his daughter. Is that right? That's the kind of plot of Case Zero. Okay, how does that work?
So Frank from the original game, his objective was basically to clear his name for himself or his story, basically. But we wanted, to do something different with this character this time, where it wasn't all about himself, but it was about someone else. So the objective is, us getting out of this outbreak and also saving his daughter who is infected. If you leave her alone, she doesn't get Zombrex, which is a medication that Chuck has to give her. She'll turn into a zombie and die. So there's more of a relationship, a family relationship, I guess, with this game.
What are the key differences between Dead Rising 1 and Dead Rising 2? I mean, for people who really enjoyed the first game, how have you improved it? What's better?
Well, first, I think a lot of people didn't like the save system. So we've improved upon that. Instead of one save slot, we now have 3 save slots where it's a little more versatile, gives a little bit more freedom for the people, for the players. But we didn't put autosave because that didn't work for this kind of game because of the time limit. Now you have a 72-hour time limit as well as the time in which you have to get a Zombrex to Katie, your daughter.
Okay, well, we've got a question from Robert Stanton in the UK, and he wants to know, will we find out what happened to Frank from the original Dead Rising?
Can't really talk about that right now, but Frank is a very popular character, and we know that. He's appearing in some of our other fighting games, and I think the question is, why isn't he in this game? But we know everyone likes him, so you'll see more of him. We haven't, we like him too, so you'll see, people will see more of him.
All right, great. And we've got from Sergei Yankonenko from Belgium, says, how about the zombie AI in the game? Has it been improved from the previous game?
All right, zombie AI. Zombie AI is...
They're kind of stupid, right?
They're kind of stupid, so I don't know if he's talking about the actual zombie AI, but the survivor AI has been improved, so it's it's a lot easier for the player to save them. Zombies are zombies, so their animations are better. I think they react, they hold weapons, they attack with those weapons. So.
All right, great. Okay, well, Shin, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks for talking about Dead Rising Case Zero. I think we're going to have someone talking about Dead Rising 2 shortly. And we are joined in a second, I'm told, by some cast members from CIS. Okay, so stay tuned and stay with us on the GameSpot live stage. All right.